so bear with me. But you know, I don't know. There might even be some people today who don't remember Craigslist Casual Encounters. It got shut down a few years ago, but for quite a while, it was a fun hobby of mine to go through the Casual Encounters ads, not just for personal reasons, but also for finding some very humorous takes on the world. And I think one of the things that really came up for me time and time again is how much the world of hookups and casual encounters for trans people is different than the world for cis people. Right down to some of the language, like even using the same words to mean different things. And this is kind of a tangent, but just as an example, the first time I started reading all of these casual encounters ads, I just kept seeing that so many people were posting ads where they were looking for someone who was D&D free. Just everyone, like every single ad seemed to have this obligatory D&D free. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand what they had against Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, I later realized that it is drug and disease free, which is kind of a fucked up way to talk about it. But there's all these different kinds of things. Another thing that I would see so often is all of these ads in the cis world would like frequently say that they're looking for someone who's professional. And when you're talking about a casual encounter, I'm not quite sure what that means exactly. Do they want to make sure that you're someone who has a job? Do they want formal dress at the hookup? And it's especially confusing because once you start looking at all the ads for trans people, every single one of them says, no professionals. Sorry, I'm not looking for a pro. And one of the things that just is so tiring is how much it can be people looking for you as a trans person to just fulfill a fantasy. And the fantasy isn't, something that they're gonna do or some role play or something fun or something new, as much as it is just you. It's like, you know, there's this novelty of all these people who've never had sex with a trans person before, and that is their fantasy, just sex, and that there's a trans person involved. Well, that is just so basic and so normal from my perspective. Every time I've ever had sex, there's been a trans person involved. Uh, so it's kind of hard to understand where they're coming from. I will tell you though, one of the most hilarious things that comes up is spelling errors in these kinds of ads. One that really kind of shook me was I saw this one ad that was written by a woman who was posting looking to help fulfill her husband's fantasy. And she said that her husband had his whole life always wondered what it would be like to be with a tyranny. And I just kind of wanted to write back and say, wake up, you're living in one right now. And there was another one that was just a perfect example of someone who said that they really wanted to hook up with a non-up transsexual. I kind of thought to myself, well, that's one way to talk about the effects of hormone replacement therapy, but I don't think you're gonna get what you're looking for if people take that literally. So the one thing that kind of bugs me more than anything else is that there's this tendency for folks to not sell themselves in any way other than stating what they're looking for. And I understand that works well for some folks, especially when they're looking for a well-populated niche and the ad is just a conversation starter. But when it's done wrong, which is most of the time, I tend to get a bit resentful. You're looking for someone of my basic demographics to engage in fill in the blank sex act. that I happen to be into, but you've got my attention, but you still have to tell me why I might want to do that with you. The fact that I could fulfill what you're looking for is not enough. You have to be what I'm looking for too. And this is so often an issue in ads seeking trans women. I think a big part of it is that they're completely unaware of the issue of supply and demand. You see, sometimes you'll even see a post complaining about how no one is responding to their ad. The expectation that someone will appear only because you described them seems just entitled. I saw one that was so specific and so detailed in its requirements that, being the nerd that I am, I just had to crunch the numbers. So the ad was from a couple, a cis man and woman looking for a trans woman penetrative top who must have an 8-inch cock or larger and have sex with both of them. Quote, uncut and heavy comers go to the front of the line. Well, I was curious just how many women would actually fit their description. So let's break this down. First off, I found a statistic that said that Craigslist has about 60 million unique American visitors each month. And I saw that this ad was in a metropolitan area that holds about 1.95% of the US population. 1.95% of 60 million is about 1.17 million. And trans people are only about, between 0.2 and 1% of the population. So we can estimate that there are about 2,345 trans people in their region who read Craigslist. Guessing them that about half of them are women leaves us with 1,172. And in order to fit the ad's criteria, a woman would have to have not had vaginoplasty and must be attracted to both men and women. According to the National Transgender Discrimination Survey, there's 43% of surveyed trans people identified as bi or queer, and 23% of trans women have had vaginoplasty. So when you factor that in, it brings our numbers down to 388 trans women in the region who use Craigslist and are bi and have not had vaginoplasty. Now there's the demand that you have to be 8 inches or larger. Stats say that 3% of cis men have genitals that large, and for trans women, it may be lower, but we'll just go with that for now. So we're looking at 11 people. And remember, these are all Craigslist users, not just the folks on casual encounters. Some of these folks could be looking for a job or to sell furniture rather than looking for sex. And many trans women are completely uninterested in being a penetrative top. And these are monthly numbers. So if they're looking for casual sex, but not during the week you posted your ad, with all these factors, there's a good chance you're looking at a target audience of 0, maybe 2 or 3 at the highest. Now, what do you think are the chances they'd be interested in you based on your ad? There's no attempt to be flirtatious or enticing, just uncut and heavy comers go to the head of the line. What line? Think about how awkward this would be if it was clear and upfront how few people were being talked about. It's like, I want to post an ad that says, I'm looking to hook up with someone who works as a teller for a Seattle branch of Bank of America. You must be blonde and named Marissa, Marcia, or maybe Sarah. If you had a birthday last month, that's even better. You must be into anal. Multi-orgasmic squirters go to the front of the line. Send me a message with "at your service" in the subject, or it will go in the trash. No pics, no reply. So I hope you enjoyed my comedy routine. And with that, I'll be signing off and leaving you with the next person.
Thank you so much, Toby. Always a pleasure to hear comedy and trans comedy at that, since sometimes comedy can be offensive, but it's always fun to hear that aspect of dating that so many struggle through. Now, if it was only that easy. The next performer we have is La Spiritista, who is going to be doing, I'm sure, a wonderful, creative performance as always. Welcome.
Hi everyone, my name's Las Britista. I go by they, Godex pronouns. I hope you're having a really sweet night. I wish I could see you all because I love seeing beautiful faces, but it's okay. I'll just look at my own tonight. I am a word conjurer. Oh, gotta fix that. I am a word conjurer, so I believe that words can manifest your reality. I'm gone, but I think I'm still being seen on the screen. But words can manifest your reality. That's what I believe. So the way that I do that is through spells, meditations, and also poetry. So I'm gonna share a poem tonight, but before that, I'm really feeling like sharing a prayer or un oración, if you know Spanish. Feeling kind of anxious tonight. I'm thinking about how, you know, during this pandemic, a lot of us who are queer trans people of color, who are queer, trans, Black, Indigenous people of color have like been struggling, have lost our lives. So I'm just really thinking about us all. And if I learned anything in my whole life, I've learned that, you know, I feel like with queerness and love, it really comes from community. So I'm wanting to light this candle for all of us who are still here, for all of us who have left, and offer a little prayer before I share the poem. So I just invite you to, you know, close your eyes. You can sit, you can lay down, whatever makes you feel comfortable. And I'm just going to lead us through a few breaths, and then I'll invite you to just keep listening to my voice as I guide us through this. So taking a deep breath in, holding it, and releasing. Breathing in, holding, and letting it go. Another deep breath in, hold it, and just let it all go. And at this time, I invite you to continue this pattern of breathing in groundedness, breathing in stability, breathing in your center, and holding on to that. And releasing any tension, releasing stress, releasing the baggage that you've carried on today, that you've carried on for so many years, that you've carried on from ancestors, and just releasing it and being in this moment, breathing in softness, breathing in gentleness, breathing in forgiveness, and holding it for a moment and releasing it, releasing the grief, releasing the resentment, releasing the anger, thanking it for coming, thanking it for the lessons, but releasing it so you can come back to this moment. At this time, I ask you to keep breathing, holding, and releasing, and also inviting an image, a visualization of water that you feel most comfortable with. For me, it is by the river, where I can see the way the flow shifts Sometimes the boulders make the flow slow down. Sometimes the flow surpasses them. Sometimes it is still, but still moving. So envisioning that favorite body of water and imagining what peace looks like for you in that moment. And I pray that this feeling stays with you throughout this poem. Love is 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 love 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 is love is love love is love. Oh, love is fucking love it's love it's love is love love es amor, es amor, es amor, es amor, 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 es 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 amor, amor, amor. Love is the ocean. It is the tides rushing to shore for safety in 49 individual grains of sand. It is the individual who dares to ride each tidal wave. It is the openness and width the ocean signifies a space big enough for all her children to challenge, learn, and grow from each other. It is a nourishing blanket meant to revive the breath of every being who has sunk, but then has risen between the waves, a reclamation of power, the faith that she will carry us home again. Love is a cycle. It is the beginning, middle, and end. It is a full moon reigning in her most robust state. It is half moon, a symbol of abundance, not deficiency. It is quarter moon, the size of a fingernail, guiding us in the direction of our personal journeys. It is new moon restarting the phases again and again and again, a realization that there is no need to worry over lack because we shall become full again. Love is the riverbed. It is the ebb and flow we must allow ourselves to lay in. It is the deepness we must jump headfirst into, the darkness we must explore to emerge with our own true refuge of richness. It is the jagged rocks along the way we must overcome, break through, return anew. It is the healing of past wounds, the willingness to engage the pain for beauty to emerge, a remembrance that life is a lesson about integration, that we must integrate our shadow parts to achieve equilibrium again. Love is a constellation. It is the tracing lines our ancestors left for us to follow, their sacred tears we feel in the most intricate parts of our souls. Each time we look up to the stars, it is the mysteries they wish for us to embrace. It is the empowering stories they wish for us to pass on generation from generation. It is the courage, strength, and dignity they have woven into the sky, a resilience that is meant to be honored and recognized again. Again. Love is the willow tree. It is the rain she calls forth to bring cleansing to all living beings. It is the protection and nurturing wisdom she holds at the core of her foundation. It is the roots she digs deep into Mother Earth to create a solid grounding. It is the ancestral knowledge she provides to make sure we begin to do our own work to bring our body, mind, soul, and spirit aligned. It is the exploration of our full truths in all their colors. It is the messy and limited parts of ourselves. It is the vibrant and expandable parts of ourselves. It is the autumn leaves that transform and accept the lesson of free range. It is the prosperous green that spring trees beckon flower petals to dance to. A renewal from cold to warmth, a renewal of a restful lullaby to a song that speeds your heart rate. Love is balance. Amor es paciencia. Love is kind. Amor es amiable. Love is vulnerability. Amor es humano. Love is feeling through the pain. Amor es aparecer. Love is layers. Amor es entero. Love is being. Amor es destrucción. Amor es creación. Amor es presente. 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 Estamos presente. Amor es una invitación. Love is receptive. Love is tamed. Love is wild. Love is liberating. Love is free. Love is joy. Love is grief. Love is essence. It is spirit. It is life. Love is repetition. Love is always beating again and again. Love is our natural rhythm, thumping loud and proud against our chests. Love is the universal heartbeat that unites us all, the calling that beckons us to create una nueva familia, una comunidad en unidad. Love is our pulse. Thank you. That was the piece. And I had forgot to mention that that was written after a vigil space I had created after what happened at Pulse Orlando on June 12th, 2016. And that poem came through channeling. So yeah, that's another gift of mine. And, you know, sending love to those lives, also honoring queer love and that it exists in nature, it exists in spirit, it exists through non-romantic relationships as well, right? Like our friendships. I feel like queer people are some of the best examples of on how that can exist, quite frankly, through friendships because of the chosen families we create, through just all the rejection and like demonization that we might face by people in our own family sometimes, whether through like religion or like from society, right? So like I feel like we as queer people are some of the most powerful in manifesting chosen families and like love that's more than just a romantic. And whether you believe in spirit or not, whatever you call it, God X, whatever you want to call it, I believe that, you know, we all as queer people have this innate connection to our source. And that's what I believe spirit is, like connecting to our innate source, because for so long we knew we were queer, we knew we were trans, we knew we were non-binary, whatever it is, from our inner knowing, but maybe we didn't have language for that because of like, you know, the erasure and all the violence that we faced, right? Because of colonization, white supremacy and all those things. But we've always had that inner knowing. That's what I believe spirit and the goddess within you is. So thank you for listening. I'm gonna put my IG in the chat box so you can stay connected. And thank you for holding me through that. Cause again, I'm feeling tender today. I'm going through some heartache for queer love. So this was really special for me to share this with you all. So thank you. And I'm going to end it here.
Thank you for gracing us with your wonderful performance, poetry, and bringing us into the space this evening. It's always a pleasure. Providing voice, storytelling, listening, just a healing measure that is so needed now. Thank you. The next person we have up will be Liz, who will be performing some poetry and art for us.
Am I on?
You're here. Well,
okay, hi folks. My name is Liz. I'm queer and gender fluid. My pronouns are they, them. I am new to open mics. This is my first one. I'm feeling excited. I'm also feeling a little teary and tender after La Espiritita's performance. So thank you so much for that. I have 4 poems and drawings and I'm going to share here that express my current process of divestment from shame and real investment in self-love and self-trust and my highly gay life force. So I'll start by sharing here. Do we have it? Okay, so this is a drawing I did of myself. This first poem I have, it's called Not Today, which is related to shame, but also I'm fairly recently sober. And so this first one, it goes like this. Not today. No, not today, I won't. Not today, I won't. No, no, I won't today. Not yesterday, I didn't. And today, no, not today. I just recently moved to Bellingham from Seattle, and this piece was for me a lot of just coming home, making home here. Fresh flowers in a handmade vase. A vase I made to hold the promises I keep. I love myself. I am proud of myself. I am enough. Flowers I ask to listen to the hopes I whisper. I trust. I create. I dream. This is a drawing of my own legs. I rode the bus for many years in Seattle, and so this is, I imagine myself standing at a bus stop in the rain, and this poem is called Lord. My passion is loud and too fast for most people to listen to, and it hurts. My passion makes me wail. My passion makes me sob. My passion is untrained, untethered. Every whisper of creation becomes a hard slap in the face of everything I've ever heard, everything I've ever read, everything I've ever seen, everything I've ever thought, everything I've ever dreamed, everything I haven't thought or read or dreamed or heard or seen. My passion bursts in ways that never come out like I thought or dreamed. And this last one, this is a drawing of my dear friend Dor. And this last poem on my process towards self-love, self-trust is called Hope. This is my campaign for presence. I urge you to stay here with your feelings, all of them. There's too many. That's how most people feel. Remember that. You know you are lovable, but often you forget all those feelings, your feelings of grief, your feelings of shame, your feelings of hope, damn it, hope. You wouldn't be here at all if you didn't have hope, damn it, hope. It's not magical. It's grueling and slow, and the path is mostly mistakes. The path is mostly mistakes. We are taught that mistakes are bad, so we won't find our paths, but damn it, we did hope. Damn it, we're here, mostly making mistakes. The path is mostly mistakes. Hope, it's being able to sit with yourself and know exactly who you are, exactly where you are. And it's hope, damn it, hope that allows you to roll over your shins, to get on all fours and breathe into the dirt beneath you, and roll your chin towards your chest and sob while tears and snot roll down your face and hit the ground underneath you. You'll always have the ground, remember that. As you step 1 foot forward and press your torso up, your head up towards the sky, and lift your other leg and press your feet into the ground. You'll always have the ground, remember that. As you stand, you are stiff. Your arms ache. Your low back twinges and you roll your shoulders back. You turn your head from side to side. You breathe. Breathing brings tears to your eyes, snot to your nose, and sobs to your mouth. You breathe. You cry. You inhale. You cry. You exhale. You cry. You stand there right where you are, and you hope, damn it, that you'll remember your love soon. So those are my 4 poems about me learning how to love myself. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so grateful for everyone who's here, and yeah, that's what I have. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for allowing tonight to be your first open mic. I loved your art, and I'm sure I see some great comments over there to the right. Thank you for sharing those stories with us. Next, we have, are we a little ahead of schedule? Nope, it looks like we're close to or right on schedule. Next, we have Kylie Mooncakes, who will be doing a performance.
Are you using that phone you're holding?
大家好. Hi there, my name is Kylie Mooncakes. For everyone who doesn't know me, I am a local drag performer in Seattle, Washington. I am an Asian American trans woman, and I rep that proudly. I am a member of not only the drag community, but also the dance scene, the all styles dance scene. I practice whacking and voguing, as well as the ballroom scene as well, where I walk sex siren as well as Vogue Femme. Here today, I think everyone resonated with a lot of the poems and stories beforehand, as did I. Y'all really got me in my feels today. I think one thread that a lot of people have been talking about, and I've seen this a lot on social media, on Twitter, especially on Valentine's Day, since we were so close to that day, just a huge feeling of unrequited love, and not necessarily at the fault of any person, but rather just like systems at hand, because we all live in a system, we all live in a society, and sometimes it's because of the things that hold us apart, and sometimes it's literally just because there's so much shit going on that it's hard to find love in literally anything. So today, my numbers are just gonna be a little more, not less serious, but just more about enjoying life, enjoying love, and also enjoying self and self-love, as well as they're just gonna be cute little songs that you know, like sing with the hairbrush in your bedroom, stuff like that. A really cute thing I saw on Twitter the other day, sorry to keep bringing this up, it's comfort albums. So like people are like, oh, someone's comfort album says a lot about them, and posting like 4 albums that they just tend to listen to when they're in need of comfort, in need of like an uplifted spirit. Sound off in the comments if you have one, and I'm gonna set up my shot right now while y'all tell me your favorite comfort album that makes you feel loved. And we're gonna be back in like 5 seconds. All right. Boop.
Starting video.
Just a second. Hi, everyone. Oh, shoot. One second. Hi, everyone. Can y'all see me? Okay. Let me read real quick. I want to hear about the different albums y'all said. Hold up. Oh, there's a lot of... Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Whew. Under the Pink. Please tell me what artist that is. If I don't know, I'm so sorry. Team Dresh, Personal B, Carol King's Tapestry. Hell yeah. Free Love, Sophia. So, oh my God, someone said Mariana's Trench. Mariana's Trench was like my favorite band in like middle school and early high school. I saw their show at Factoria Mall, and like their second album was just about to drop. Masterpiece Theater is still one of my favorite albums of all time. Genuinely, I would say that would be one of them. British Showman soundtrack, absolutely. I love the one where it's like not the actors, but it's like the pop covers. That sounds really bad, but they're great. Postal Service, Give Up, and Pet Sounds. Yes, playlist. If anyone has any good playlists, shoot, drop them in the comments. I think that's so dope. If you're comfortable sharing anything. As you can tell, I'm clearly also bantering while I catch my breath in preparation for my next number. Music by Fania All-Stars. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing these. Jonies, Mitchell's, Blue, Dark Eyes, Woodlands, This Is All Yours. Period. Yo, Damn by Kendrick. Okay, so let me just say, if my personal picks when I first saw that Twitter thread was actually anybody want to buy a heart by K Michelle? Does anyone stand K Michelle here? Sound off in the comments. Any little hashtag K Michelle Rebels. Then Casey Musgrave's first album, same trailer, different park. If anyone has not heard it, it's definitely like the most like folksy out of all of them, but it's so good. It's so just like very earnest, very tenderhearted, very sweet. It's like she's like one of the like only white girls I'm gonna really listen to. Songs for You by Tinashe, but that was really just a placeholder for any Tinashe album. And Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel 2010 by Mariah Carey, but really placeholder for like any Mariah Carey album, to be very honest. So y'all ready for the second number? Can I get some woos and clapping emojis in the comments? All right. Yes, I see some already. I'm gonna prep for the next scene, and then we're gonna get back to you real quick. real quick, let me ask a second question because I really, really love the first responses to all of them. Please tell me one really either really amazing, sweet, loving, tender thing you did for yourself today, or number two, or you can answer both if you want. Tell me one thing you just really, really love about yourself, something that you feel proud of, something that you, just something that really just like you look at yourself every day or you think about yourself and you're like, yo, I may got a flat ass and hella acne, but you know what? At least I have fun every day and I love my friends and I'm surrounded by so many people that love me. So sound off in the comments. Thank you so much. How's everyone feeling? I see some really dope comments. We're about to start. Let me know when you're ready.
You're in my mind when I'm asleep. I'm seeing stars sinking in the streets. Don't wanna spend hours with nobody else. I'm in your mind, you're in my dreams. I'm freaking out, I don't wanna leave. So selfishly, I want you and nobody else. I can't deny it, I lose my head. Why did I do? I can't deny it, I lose all my mind. Spotlight, we can shine in my mind. Oh, shine out through the sky. You are all of me. Spotlight, spotlight, sunrise, shine out all through the night. Come to me, you are all of me. It's not go by, they're falling fast. Here in the moment, gone in the flash. I stop the words, you know everything is okay. Cause we're running, it makes me nervous. We're almost not sure about what's next this time. So close to birth, it hurts to turn it away. I can't deny it, I lose my head. What did I do? I can't deny it, I lose all my mind. Starlight, we can shine in my mind. Oh, shine out lighter through the night. Cause to me, you are all of me. I'm seeing starlight, outside just the sunrise. Sunrise, shine out light all through the night. Cause to me, you are all of me. Cause to me, you are all of me. It makes me nervous. We're almost for sure they'll scratch the surface. So close to perfect, it hurts to throw it away.
Woo! Let me catch my breath. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna pause video, but I'm gonna remain talking to y'all. Whew. Give me just 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go to where we were. Yes, to the people that dropped their playlists. I am heavily happy about that. And I hope to check it out later on to hear your dope tunes. All right. We got a lot of, y'all just have a lot of really sweet comments that are really supportive. Wow, thank you. All right. V said, I love my laugh. Yo, that's literally, that makes me so happy because I think my laugh is so goofy. Apollo, I love every time I cut my hair. It always looks so good. You cut your own hair. 1, that's already a freaking talent. Number 2, the fact that you look so good, baby, that's just genetics. You, bam, get it. Got my hair cut and eyebrows done for the first time in a year. I feel so beautiful. Getting gendered correctly. All right, number 1, snaps to that. So snaps to being respected, snaps to being fucking just like treated like a human being, and also just like snaps to like strangers being tenderhearted and understanding. But also like at the same time, snaps to you for doing what you makes you feel beautiful. Self-love, going on a walk. Me too. Yes, good for you. Absolutely. Perseverance, being resourceful, having an encouraging partner. Shout out to all of our amazing community members. Took meds, proud of work, dancing in the mirror, scrubbing your friend's deck, reorganizing. Yes. All right, there's a lot that I might just like have to read later, but thank you to everyone who was so, thank you to everyone that was so just like incredibly sweet today. Thank you to all the performers tonight who have been so just like amazing and creating spaces that are absolutely beautiful, vulnerable, intimate, loving, gentle, sweet. Because I know we all feel a little isolated. I've been doing a little self-isolation lately during quarantine, but like I appreciate all the art that like has come out of it, and also the ones that you create, all the ones that y'all been sharing. So thank you so much. I'm gonna pass it off to the host and the next person. Have a good night.
Thank you so much for your wonderful performances. It's amazing seeing how we can do that all from home, all those different camera angles, and what great questions. Trying to go back through all those song suggestions, and if anybody wants to make playlists, always welcome. The next performer we have this evening is Maya Byrne, and she will be singing a song for us. I have a little bit of an intro too, if I can figure out this spreadsheet. So, San Francisco's Maya Byrne is a published poet, actor, award-winning songwriter, and activist, and the first out trans woman to be featured as a solo performer at the San Francisco Dyke March. She's been raising rabble and participating in social justice work since she was a young child. Her music has been featured across media and featured on Spotify, which I presume many of us will probably be going to after all of the shared playlists. So welcome, Maya.
Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Affirmative.
Great. Hi, everyone. I can't see myself, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. Oh, there I am. Hi. Just so you all know, my name is actually pronounced Mia, but that's okay. It's spelled in a way that it doesn't really matter, and it means the same thing in every language, so that's fine. Thank you so much to Jasmine and Lauren for kicking out the ASL, which is so important, and to Amy for organizing this and the entire team for making this happen. Super inspired by everything so far. I lit a candle when the candle was lit earlier, and so I've had a lot of people on my mind. This is a song, I'm going to play two songs. This is a song that I wrote about our queer trans community, couched in the metaphor of a shaky house in San Francisco. It's called Fault Line. Ours is an old place made of plaster, wood, and slate. The floorboards creak and the plumbing leaks. Nothing much about it straight. It's made it through the big ones and the fires that burned all around. Somehow it's still standing on less than solid ground. We live on a fault line, old house that sways. When the earth starts shaking, it could all fall down and break. We live on a fault line, a dangerous place to be. So far this house has made it, and maybe so will we. There's cracks in the foundation and ripples in the glass, worn spots on the staircase so you can see into the past. Height marks by the basement door from families long gone. Don't know what's become of them, but this old place lives on. We live on a fault line, old house that sways. When the earth starts shaking, it could all fall down and break. We live on a fault line, a dangerous place to be. So far this house has made it, and maybe so will we. And it's hard to keep your balance when you're straddling that line. Who to blame when things go wrong? Who to praise when things go right? But when the ground is trembling and everything's a fight, we should hold on to each other, hold on with all our might. Sure, it needs a few repairs like most old good things do. New curtains and a coat of paint, at least the bones are strong and true. So many things get lost with time, it's a wonder we survived. But we live on a fault line, it makes us feel alive. We live on a fault line, old house that sways. When the earth starts shaking, it could all fall down and break. We live on a fault line, a dangerous place to be. So far this house has made it, and maybe so will we. We live on a fault line, an old house that sways. When the earth starts shaking, it could all fall down and break. We live on a fault line, a dangerous place to be. So far this house has made it, and maybe so will we. say so will we, yeah. We live on a fault line. Thanks so much. I can hear you all clapping in my mind. I'm going to do a song that I wrote in July. You know, theme here is love, and theme is we've all been going through so much, and you know, I write a new song every Monday, and I put it up on my Patreon. This is not just a plug, but I write a new song, and we're up to number 85 or 86 published on my Patreon. And occasionally I release them. This is going to be on my next record, but this was a song I wrote on a Monday, and just thinking about so many things, and it's called "It Don't Fade," because I'm a country singer, and that's the way I talk. I've been thinking about lifelines. I've been thinking about friends of mine. Thinking about sunshine beating down. Reminiscing on the old days, adjusting to the new ways. Thinking about the heartaches coming around. I've been thinking about the lying. I've been thinking about dying. I've been thinking about redemption in all its shapes. Thinking about my lovers, everything I have discovered. When I look to the sky, when I pray. But if you don't want to prove it, better keep it moving. There's so much to take on a leap of faith. I've been thinking about the sunshine coming high on the horizon. Even in bad times, it don't fade. Some will sit in their seclusion, some will think it's an illusion. Take what you need to survive some more. If your heart is in the right place, doesn't matter in the first place where you come from to where you are. But if you don't want to go there, if you're stuck inside this stale air, it's alright to be scared, long as you ain't afraid. I've been thinking about the sunshine coming high on the horizon. Even in bad times, it don't fade. I'm gonna invite you all to whistle or hum along while I just play through the chords. Well, I heard there was a tailor. She sewed 'cause words failed her. In between the stitches, she found her star coming through a window. What a funny thing to find, though, when you look up and you see so far. But if you don't want to go there, if you feel like you're beyond repair, like a rusted gutter in a pouring rain, try to think about the sunshine, even in a bad time. Even when you fall behind, don't fade. Try to think about the sunshine, even in a bad time. Even when you fall behind, it don't fade. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm gonna drop my Patreon link in the comments below for everybody to check out. It's just such a pleasure to be part of this today, and blessings from San Francisco to everybody everywhere.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mia. And that song is just good mood feels for waking up, for commute, for going to sleep. That song you closed us out with. Next, we have a message from our friends at Utopia.
I can do bad all by myself is the theme of this year's Valentine's Day initiative. It is a declaration of power that reassures each participant that they possess all the qualities to be strong, to be bold, and to be independent.
Talofa. I am Abby McCloskey Torvik Diglione from Afono Leone. I'm Lenny Tassi.
I am Viola.
Vanessa.
I am Tally Williams.
I'm Valerie. I am Garden Marico. I am Nima Schwenke.
I'm Nisha.
I'm Delareta Tupopo.
I'm Tony with an I.
I'm Everly. I'm Harris Yando.
Jana Mo.
Is Nina Filiwai.
I'm Mia.
I am Trina.
I am Alira Keener.
I am Tanya.
I'm Ruby J. Fuala.
I am Aubrey.
I'm Kimmy. The Kimmy.
We celebrate individuality, and we hope that through this initiative, we can foster and encourage self-care and self-love, while also instilling the idea that these qualities live in all of us.
I am Fafa Fabulous, beyond words.
I'm bold.
I'm independent.
I am a hard worker.
I am fierce.
Resilient.
Mysterious.
I am loved. I am kind. Fierce. Unapologetic.
I'm sickening over.
I'm Jack of all trades.
And I am beautiful.
I'm ambitious.
I'm sensual.
Sickening.
Bold. I am different.
And I'm fierce. Brave.
Vigilant.
Creative and talented. And I'm the gold standard.
Through this initiative, each member was gifted a love package. These love packages included self-care items that cater to their health, hygiene, and safety. The goal of this initiative is to not only equip members with self-care tools, but to also empower and reaffirm their individual advocacy.
And I can do that all by myself.
And I can do bad all by myself.
I can do bad all by myself. I can do bad all by myself.
Our next performer is Kelsey Lopez de Victoria, who will be doing a song on classical guitar.
Hello.
Hello.
Is my video showing?
We can hear you, but we do not have video.
Okay, got it. Hi.
There we go.
Hello, everyone. I just want to start out saying thanks everyone for having me. My name is Kelsey. My pronouns are they, them. And I'd like to play a couple songs if the time permits. And the first song is called Best Friends. And the second song, I actually don't have a name for it yet because it's a pretty new song. But they're both about queer love. Okay, I can definitely play two songs. That's great. They're both about queer love in their own way. And what I try to do with my songs is definitely connect in some way. So I hope that it can kind of speak for itself. So this is the first song, Best Friends. Now it's too late. It's not too late. Now it's too late. It's not too I feel so alone sometimes, but I know that it's in my mind. I can't get away, so I wonder, do you feel the same way? I wonder, do you feel the same? You don't owe me, and I'm so sorry that you don't love me. I know, and you don't owe me, and I'm so sorry that you don't know me. I wonder, do you think the same? I wonder, do you think the same way? 7,000 days I cry. Now it's starting to fuck with my eyes, so I can't even see an end to the suffering. And I wonder, will I take the bait? But I wonder, would I feel the same damn way? You don't owe me. I'm so sorry. You don't love me. I know. And you don't owe me. I'm so sorry that you don't know me. I wonder, do you think the same? Yeah, I wonder, do you feel the same way? Is it so foolish to dream? I had a foolish dream. It's full-headed dream. I had a foolish dream. Thank y'all. And so that was Best Friends. And that's definitely about more kind of like the external act of love when you're connecting with somebody, and there's layers to your different experiences when you have something in common with somebody, but you may have enough things that it's not, and what you go through with that. So the next song is, I'm really excited to share with y'all. It's totally new. I started out by writing a song that was kind of meant to be a love song to someone, and I realized like I needed to like write a song to myself or something with self-compassion before I could really like move into like something else. So I will play that one for y'all now. I never wanted you. I can't talk too long. You seem faded. Why do you always run away when we're fighting? 'Cause I thought we'd always have a chance. Now you're dying, so would it be that bad to finally say it's just as cold as I make it? Though it shouldn't be this hard, I have to laugh 'cause I hate it anytime I lose control. But I prayed you might know an answer. So much mistrust, but so much sweet, sweet love. They always laughed at you. They made you scratch your head. But it's so plain to me. Can't you ever get things right? There's nothing left to get now. It's always been you. So can't I say that it's true? Now can't I say I said so long to the voices that were baked into my skin? Your crooked smile and embraces and the shadows that I let in. That I knew you might have an answer. Though I grow, I'm scared of cancer. So much mistrust, but so much sweet love. Thank you. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you for sharing your originals with us this evening. Our next performer is Morgana, who will be performing some prose.
Hi, Morgana Anderson, she, her pronouns. I don't have an introduction because this story is barely going to fit into 10 minutes with all the revising I did as is. So here goes. Any luck on 13? Catherine asks me, raising her voice above the howling wind. No, I say, clutching my blanket against to my shoulders, glancing around back at the door, then at my open textbook on the cold floor. I still don't get these partway integrals. Behind me, I hear the door creak open and then fall back to not quite shut. But when I look, no one is there. Must be the wind. Integration by parts, Catherine corrects me, writing in her worn out notebook. Yeah, I don't think anyone else in our class does. I found a tutorial though. She gestures at her laptop. I reach for my phone. 9:34 p.m., 19%. Better keep it plugged in. Besides, with how short Catherine's Ethernet cable is and how bad the Wi-Fi is up here, we're stuck with this patch of floor. Across the room, a window flaps open and shut, noisily, distractingly. Outside, the sky is cloudy and the moon is full. More distractions. The cold floor doesn't help either. But Catherine was right. Few people come up here. Also better than trying to study in her messy apartment. Less distracting, long as no one disturbs us. I take a gulp from my water bottle, then ask, which one are you working on? Also 13. She notices me glancing backwards. Jen, are you still nervous? Yeah, I keep worrying we'll run into that one neighbor dude again. Doubt it. He does his laundry on the 6th floor, not 10. She gets up, taking her water bottle with her to the large sink. A spider crawls by her foot. Huh, she says, glancing at the gas stove. A dial is missing. She grabs one of the others. This one's stuck now. What about this? Small flames flicker into existence. Okay, that still works. I too often use the stove when I need more water, I say. Oh, right. She turns off the stove, fills her water bottle, and returns to our patch of floor. In the walls, I hear clanging, probably pipes. Also a series of tiny metallic plinks I can't quite place. I glance at the tutorial Catherine found. Interesting, I say. Suddenly the door of the washing machine shuts behind us and the machine turns on. The lights flicker. The pipe sounds grow louder. The howling wind picks up the pace. Catherine and I look at each other, then at the laundry machines. A glowing blue apparition stands, hunched over us. Long, bony fingers, tattered, translucent cloth draping over her shoulders. A necklace, the remains of a dress. Waist-length hair, skeletal feet, a hollow face that looks like it's seen 1,000 years just yesterday. We scream. The ghost shrieks. The sink turns on, full blast. The lights shut off, and when they return, the ghost is gone. Only then the shrieking stops. 10:18. Ghost or no ghost, the homework is due tomorrow. Same time, homework or no homework, there's a ghost. We've secured our things in Catherine's room and gone to the store. We need study food, ghost fighting food, whichever. I think I'll get these chips, Catherine says. Those look good, I say, snagging some juice to go with my ice cream bar. We pay. On our way out, I ask Catherine, I don't suppose salt and vinegar scares ghosts. She hesitates. Maybe. Wait, you're serious? A man says. Ladies, there's no such thing as ghosts. We head for the door. What's this about? The man says. Do you girls need some kind of protection from the big bad ghost? Catherine opens the door just a little too abruptly. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey! We exit and speed up. The guy tries following us. We are faster. Wait up, the guy says. Catherine whirls around and gives him one of her classic death glares. Either there's no ghosts and you're offering us protection from nothing, or there are and you're offering protection from things you know nothing about. Either way, you're useless. We run, leaving him in our dust. 10:54. We are back in Catherine's building. Different common room, more popular, warmer. Definitely less prone to howling winds. Currently empty. We are eating our snacks. Ghost or no ghost. Those problems have to be done tonight. Catherine tosses her bag in the trash. 13's still bugging me, she says, along with a few other things. Same, I say, taking the last bite of my ice cream bar. The neighbor dude I was worried about enters. Without a word, me and Catherine leave. The elevator lets us out at 8. Catherine and I have little experience with ghosts, but we think the elevator could alert it to our presence. We make our way upstairs to floor 10. We go down the hall and stop at the door. Through the window, we see a blue glowing silhouette. The wind is still loud. The faucet's still going. The laundry machines are all running. The ghost is facing away from us, but its ears pricked up and it starts to turn. We bolt back down the hall. We run down the stairs, not waiting for the elevator, and we don't stop until we reach Catherine's third floor apartment. 1119. Catherine's apartment. How can I describe it nicely? Well, it's not a safety hazard, at least not the kind involving disease. It's ridiculously messy, and her bed takes up most of it. Clothes on the floor, books, DVDs, chaos. Not impossible to study here, but we're not making enough progress. We got a problem done, number 5, but the rest elude us. I wonder what repels ghosts, I say. Or men, Catherine says, smiling a little. I know garlic is supposed to repel vampires. Can't remember if it works for ghosts. I'm out of garlic anyway, Catherine says. And I don't want to get more groceries right now. Right, and face that dude twice. What does repel a ghost? I don't know. Can't concentrate though. Yeah, sorry. The semester's wrecked what little cleaning routine I had. Right, and my housemates are being really weird right now, so my place is out. Catherine scoffs. If we had money like those dudes on floor 7, we'd just get a hotel. 5-star hotel, I add. Catherine laughs. We're dealing with a lot tonight. Want to just sleep? One assignment won't kill our grades, probably. Not yet. We could get this thing if we had the right environment. So I guess go to the common areas, yelling at every dude we see? Well, we could, but I had something else in mind. 11:37. I fling open the doors to the common room on floor 10. The ghost is there, glaring at us. The lights flash on and off. All the stove burners, even the ones that don't work, flare up. We were here first, I say, and she lives here. And I definitely own garlic, Catherine nads. So be gone, I shout. Please. The ghost shrieks. Lightning strikes. Catherine turns to me. Please, she says. I got nervous. The ghost wails. The fires on the stove get louder. Then the ghost collapses in a heap, clutching her legs to her chest. All I wanted to do was do my laundry, she cries. I've been putting it off for months. Why are you doing this to me? Catherine gasps, putting her hand to her mouth. I turn to the ghost, not convinced. You scared us, I say. The shrieking, the stove, we thought you were going to hurt us. I shrieked because you shrieked, the ghost wails. Humans are scary. One dude tried to follow me around for 5 blocks last night, saying creepy things to me. I was too nervous to just go intangible. I just want to do my laundry. All this time, Catherine says. I joined the ghost on the floor. We just wanted to do our math homework. You don't want to hurt me? The ghost says. No. You don't want to hurt us? The ghost shakes her head. Though I could see how that came off that way. It's been so long since I've been alive, half a century at least. I forgot what it was like. Lights flicker. Catherine joins us. I don't really have garlic, she says. The stove turns off. The ghost wipes her eyes. Good. I can't remember if that does anything, but yeah. Is there anything we can do? I ask. I have tea and blankets, Catherine chimes in. The ghost nods. Sounds good. I'll go grab them, Catherine says. You said you were doing math homework, the ghost asks. Integral calculus, Catherine says. Why? The ghost smiles. It's been a while, but I was a math student when I was alive. A really good one. I can help. Tea and blankets first, though. Of course, Catherine says. She leaves. I sit there, waiting for Catherine to return while I comfort the ghost.
All right, welcome back. I was sitting there wondering if there's more to the story. Now I'm waiting with bated breath. Our next performer is Fury. They will be performing some music for us.
Thanks, y'all. I'm gonna turn the audio off so I hopefully don't create a feedback situation. Yeah, my name is Fury. My pronouns are they, them. I live in Oakland, have a lot of fondness for the Pacific Northwest. And this is the first time I'm playing music anywhere since lockdown started way last year. So thanks all. I feel like going faster. And you seem like you're breaking down. My little heart's well versed in disaster. Something about you makes me want to stick around. Remember the time you brought me to your hammock? Remember the time I let you climb in mine? But that's over our heads, a certain kind of magic. Like if we closed our eyes, maybe we could stop time. But the wave organ, the wave organ, wave organ. We'll see what this could be. But first, with our instruments, as we approach the water, I'm started to shake. I didn't let it show. Rated all our favorite songs, both shy and kinda careful. When we finally kissed, you wouldn't let me go. Hey, organ, the way organ, at the wave organ. We'll see what this could be. We'll see who we could be. I feel like going faster. Feel like you're breaking down. Thanks, y'all. I don't know whether popping off to adjust volume in response to the chats was helpful or not, but more guitar? Seems like more guitar. I will try more guitar. This next song say is along the lines of hey, stop making that noise. Oh my goodness. Go console the amp for a moment. So sorry. The Queer and Friends Love. There's so many so many forms and so many approaches, right? And in some ways I feel like almost all my songs are about queer and trans love, whether it's about getting through or whether it's about queer kinship across generations. I think sometimes about this almost like Velveteen Rabbit-like element that can exist, I think, in queer and trans love, where the validation and seeing each other and recognition that can happen is just valuable. I have now clicked turn on original sound per the suggestion. I thought I'd done that earlier. I'm so sorry. Can you hear things? Okay, great. Hopefully it will not now be all guitar, but we'll see how this goes. We'll also see how this goes because I just changed the key of the song, so it's an extra adventure here tonight. You were a kid, they tried to bring you down. They framed you as a threat to all that's pure. Did nothing wrong, just look the way you do. And one by one the whole town turned on you. So hard to trust a home, and often it just feels like you're alone. I don't need to guess what the world has done to you. If you let me, I can keep you warm. So you try your best to believe in something new. I'm proud to be your shelter from the storm. And the streets are paved with scorn. You stiffen and your armor keeps you warm. Knock on my door, you don't have to say what for. Just come inside where no one's keeping score. When you've been betrayed and there's nightmares on the way, just lean on me, keep the wolves at bay. I don't need to guess what the world has done to you, but if you let me, I can keep you warm. See, try your best to believe in something new. Proud to be your shelter from the storm. Been through some shit, our bodies keep the score. Our muscles mapping what we have endured. When we're alone, we'll slowly find our way. I promise you this time it's safe to stay. I need to guess what the world has done to you, but if you let me, I can keep you warm. So try your best to believe in something new. Proud to be your shelter from the storm. I need to guess what the world has done to you, but I could be shelter for a while. So you try your best to to believe in something new. Grateful for the chance to make you smile. Thanks, y'all. My name's hard to spell, but if you go to soundslikefury.com, you can find all the things. I'm working on recording some of these songs, and I want to thank Mia Byrne from earlier for the encouragement, and thank you all for this lovely venue.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Fury, and thank you for sharing some of those originals as well as the website that has been dropped in the chat to the right. Our next performer is Mario C. Brown, who will be singing for us with some backing music in drag. Welcome, Mario.
Mario, I think you're on mute.
Unmute. Hello, can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Hello, how are you doing tonight? Listen, everybody, I am so grateful to be here tonight. I have not gotten dressed in 10 months, something like that. So, for tonight, I am Maria Cristina Maron, and I am going to lip sync for you because this is what I do. How are you all doing? Even if I cannot hear you, just say so. I will hear you in my spirit. I am going to try and do this right now. I think I am looking sexy, no? Do you see all this? This takes work, child. It takes work. All right. I got 2 lip sync songs for you because that's what I could do anytime I was given. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thrill you with Juice by Lizzo. I hope you can hear it because I love this song. And we're just gonna have to walk around my house like this. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the music. Yeah, get it. Don't even try. Say I'm not the maddest bitch you like. You didn't lose. all, I had to put. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. When I say blaming on my boots, child, you have to check out these boots. You see these? Those are my boots, child. Woo! All right. Oh my goodness. It would not be Maria Cristina Morone if I did not thrill you with a little bit of Latin heat. Alexa, play Brazil by Pink Martini. Woo! Ah. All right. Go with me now. Come on, Alexa, love me. Brazil by Pink Martini.
Brazil by Pink Martini on Amazon Music.
Hello, my lovelies. After this, I'm gonna need a drink. Who wants to buy a girl a drink?
When stars were entertaining you, we stood beneath an amber moon. And softly murmured someday soon. We kissed and clung things to when twilight dims the skies above, recalling thrills of our love. There's one thing I am certain of: return. I will to old when stars were entertaining June. We stood beneath the amber moon and softly murmured someday soon. We kissed and clung together. Then tomorrow was another day. The morning found us miles away. We still have a million things to say. When twilight dims the skies above, recalling thrills of our love. There's one thing I return. I will to
almost witnessed a real death drop. That was a lot. This is one of my very favorite songs ever. It's by Pink Martini. It's God Bless You. Brazil. Oh, yeah. Woo. All right, before I go, is there anyone in the audience that wants to hear me sing a song myself? Yes! All right. So this is an original song. When I see you cry, I step back and wonder why am I here to see the pain when all the others have gone away? Thank you. And thank you so much for hosting. We love it. That's all my set, although, you know, I am available on the Facebook page, Maria Cristina Maron. You can all come and see me. As soon as the club's open, darling, I want you in the front row. Okay, is that it? Okay. ASAP, child, yeah. We did it. All right, good night from Marysville, Washington, where, you know, I am a suburban queen, bitch. I have to have a 2-car garage. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for having this. If you ever have another one or you need Maria, you call me. I will be there, okay? Love you. I don't know how to turn these off. This is not even my...
Thank you, Maria. It was wonderful seeing you again back in regalia and outfits that we cannot necessarily be in, and hopefully things will get better and we will be in some form of club, but the Zoom club is where it's at for now. Our next performer is Michael Cefalo, who is going to be reading poetry accompanying artwork from his chapbook. Good morning. Let me scroll over here. Good morning, how to get a hold of myself. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks so much. I'm asked for permission to screen share so I can show some illustrations on my other screen. Fabulous. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure how to enable screen sharing. Yeah, it says I have host powers, but that it's still disabled. No, it's not working. Oh, thanks so much. I thought I just had to have them. All right, I cannot figure this out. It says that host disabled participant screen sharing. So I'm not sure what I can do. Shoot. Surprisingly, this is not the first time this has ever happened in a Zoom meeting. Right. All right, there we go. So this is some poems from my chapbook, Good Morning, How to Get a Hold of Myself. This is a series of poems I wrote. Stream of consciousness, memes, queer rage, and run-on sentences. It gets a little less sad by the end, but I'm going to be reading Ought to Be 1 + 2 + 3 and No Time on the Clock. So this is Ought to Be 1 + 2 + 3. And the meme is, hey man, can you pass me my guitar? And the friend says, sure, man. And then hands them the guitar in this incorrect fashion. So this is Ought to Be 1 + 2 + 3. I'm farther along than I ought to be, affirming the invitation, gathering spilled silk on the floor, showing my acceptance with flowers cupped in my ribcage. I am led through the rooms. You are deep beautiful. You grab my heartstrings like someone holding a guitar, the chords joined together in your grip. Touch dappled spots of sunlight, pools and hitched breaths, maze-like and submerged. Could you hold my ego, my desires, turn them over and over again, make them the same? 1. Deepest part of my day and I will be there, steep in me with your mouth hidden in the crook of my neck. Let the afternoon sun brew me. 2. What I do for you fondly, I dance on pins and needles, press firmly to block the noise, the ringing and the echoing, a glacier falling back into the sea. 3. I don't move for fear of falling, it'll be so long to the ground, and I'll just look up and keep seeing your face, further and further than you ought to be from me. This is my second one, having a little to do with a transgender identity, my transgender identity. This is No Time on the Clock. Shaving away the parts that aren't part of the whole, shaving away the wrong pieces and waiting to see the final result. Careful, careful. You wait and you watch to see what's turning over in your hands, turning over and shaving away, seeing the final result. Careful, careful. Set up on a shelf, set up, set down, one less burden on your back, one less thing wrong. Wrong pieces and wrong cuts, shaved too narrow, shaved too much off the wrong pieces, set up there on that shelf, where everything's good, and you are the filigree, you are the shavings, you are the pieces on the carpet, and you are the pieces that are shaved too close, and you are shaving away the wrong pieces and waiting to see the final result. Careful. You are full of care, and as you are beset on your path, no time on the clock, careful, careful. And I just want to end with my final piece about intersectionality, but in the wrong way. Those old clothes never fit me. Shed my skin and felt little pinpricks of light on my skin, beckoned like from sleep. You are us, you're part of this, you're kin. No, not like that. They said I drove through a stop sign. They said I drove through an intersection. Long drag on a cigarette and a radio blaring. NPR, bird song differences due to COVID-19's impact, lowered urban noise. Huddled in their own nests, bird girls and bird boys, and why were they staring? It was all just one long road. Why is my refusal to be a heterosexual woman and your refusal to be a heterosexual man so much more complicated, fraught, and why am I brave? I am not just 2,351 feet away, blank profile. We are all just damp skin and hot breath in the end. My skin is just in the wrong place to the wrong people. The cliche of the mirror and butterflies out of cocoons, transgender daydreams from cisgender dreamers, and oversharing and rejection, and not something tragic and consumable like ugly duckling sauteed in orange sauce. I can offer glass slippers left on the surgical table and gender math where the P in PEMDAS does not stand for parentheses and passing for male and getting slurred at from passing cars, gendered correctly, but God at what cost? So that is some of my favorite poems from my chapbook. Thanks so much for letting me share this evening.
Thank you so much for sharing those poems and your chapbook. I kind of want a zine now. Our next performer is Apollo Acacia, who will be performing some poetry.
First of all, can everyone hear me? Cool. So, hello, my name's Apollo. My pronouns are, oh, no video. Oh. My pronouns are Zizir, Zimzir, and Varvam. I'm anxious. I'm sorry. This poem is about my girlfriend who I met last year in May due to some ex-mutual friends. A fight caused the two of us to separate away from them. She lives in the Netherlands, so there's quite a bit of distance between us, but I really believe she's my soulmate. And uh, uh, we get into fandoms together, and so there's going to be a few references in this poem, specifically about the game series Kingdom Hearts, because that's our current fixation. And this is called My Moonlight because I'm her sunshine. My moonlight, thousands of miles apart, yet you own my heart. Words you speak to me and everything I'll never be. My moonlight, scared of the thought of losing you, I know you're scared too. I just want to say it'll be okay. My moonlight, I'm here to the end. No, I'm not playing pretend. Our hearts beat as one until the day we're done. My moonlight, would you tell me again that you love me? Smile and say that I'll always be your one and only. One day we won't be lonely. My moonlight, we are bound together. I wish to hold you forever. You're hours ahead of me, but I know you won't leave me behind. My moonlight, through every hard time and every spent dime, the love you give me is all I'll ever be. My moonlight, every song sung, every word that stung, every thought we fear disappear when you are near. My moonlight, I miss you every second you're gone, but I know it won't be long until I can hold you in my arms and we'll be so warm. My moonlight, I cry as I write, my chest is tight, but not because I don't want to do this, because I never want to be missed. My moonlight, I promise I'll be your key if you never choose darkness over me. I promise I'll be your chess piece if you never leave. My moonlight, I'll hold you through your rage. I'll never put you in a cage. I'll be your fire and I'll walk tightrope wire. My moonlight, we can sit on a clock tower, holding each other as we watch the sun lower, the sky setting red, sharing the best times we've ever had. My moonlight, could you tell me again that I'll be all right? Could you do me through the night? Could you put your lips on mine, and could you stay with me for the rest of time? My moonlight, I promise to dry your tears, no matter how many you cry through the years. I promise you'll always have me, no matter how far apart we might be. My moonlight, I'm yours now and forever. This love is something I never thought I would have for myself, and you have me all to yourself. My moonlight, I'll wait for you, if you wait for me too, until the end of time will be the perfect crime. My moonlight, all this to say, I hope that one day I get to speak these words to you, and that we both say, I do. My moonlight. That's it.
Thank you for sharing that lovely personal poem with us, Apollo. Our next performer, our last performer, is Amy, who will be singing a song for us.
Hi, everyone. Can y'all, yep, you can all hear me, see me. I'm Amy. I'm also the resident tech witch at Traction, and I just wanted to first say thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. And oh, hi, brother. All the hearts to my brother who's watching in the audience there. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This was a really grand experiment that I was super excited about having. Thanks to the amazing Callisto for offering this idea, and I just felt like it went so well. And if you see me occasionally throwing something, it's because my cat likes to play fetch and he's getting very anxious. They are ready for me to be done with work. Anyway, so I wasn't sure I was going to do anything tonight. I made a decision last year that I wanted to stop performing, but then when Callisto came up with this idea of doing something about queer love, it felt like maybe I should say something because it's relevant to me right now. So I'm enjoying and exploring a romantic thing. And as a trans woman, it's been a really weird and strange experience for me because I grew up knowing I was different. And then when I came out, it was in the middle of the era when trans women weren't allowed into queer spaces. And anytime I thought remotely about going on a date, there was this really intense energy in the air about trans women not being really, like queer trans women not being lesbians, not being allowed to experience anything that was remotely related to being loved. So this experience I've been having in the last, it's been happening for a while, like this experience I've been having for like the last 6 months has been a bit mind-blowing and a bit of a crazy, oh my God, I just never thought I would be here, you know? And I know I'm like not the only one who's experienced that. I mean, Toby even referred to it at the beginning of the show that trans women just don't usually get to have this because we live in a world that is super trans misogynistic and unkind to girls like us. So, and then I met this person, and like I am shape-shifting and I am changing and I'm becoming a better version of me because I'm willing to acknowledge now that the lies that I was brought up with and the fears that were falsely implanted on me were fiction and they were never true. And that maybe I could envision a future where I'm not alone. Not in the way I thought it would be. So I wanted to sing a song for my person who may or may not be watching, I don't know, to describe the way I'm like feeling right now. And it's something I love. And I know it's something this other person loves. So, and my voice is really grovelly. And as you can tell, I'm like, this is a very strange performance for me. Like it's very clunky and off the cusp. So I have no idea what my voice is going to do, but thanks for being here with me during this grand experiment that is queer love and a trans girl who's finally discovering that maybe it's for her too. So here we go. What would I give to live where you are? What would I pay to stay here beside you? What would I do to see you smiling at me? Where would we walk? Where would we run? If we could stay all day in the sun. Just you and me and the kitty. And I could be part of your world. I don't know when, we don't know how, but we know something's starting right now. Watch and we'll see. Someday we'll be part of our worlds. Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Well, thank you for sharing that song, cats, and the love. That is the end of our performances. Do we have a closing?
You can just end it, Callisto. I will hit end when you tell me to. Although you're muted, I can't hear you.
Thank you all for attending the performances tonight. Thank you for all the performers. Some new, some I've seen several times. And hopefully we can have another event like this again soon. But sending all the queer love to everyone this evening. Have a good one.